Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's episode of the Daily Dose. If you enjoy this type of content, make sure to subscribe on YouTube and follow us wherever you listen to podcasts. But let's get into it. Today will probably be a shorter one. The market was really volatile today. We were kind of all over the place following two really big up days. I actually found some really interesting charts that I'm going to share in this coming weekend's episode of the Weekly Wrap. If you haven't watched last weekend's episode, definitely make sure to do that because it was a really good episode, a lot of insight there. But yeah, it was really just all over the place today. The S&P 500 finished down a quarter of a 0.2. The NASDAQ was down 0.25%, and the Dow Jones was down 0.14. Elon Musk followed through to buy Twitter, so he bought it for $54.20 a share. It's currently sitting a little bit below that, just due to the risk that's still around that deal. I do believe he's actually going to still have to appear in court for something. I saw that today. I think he's still going to be questioned by Twitter for something. I don't know exactly what it is, but I did see that today. So that's still really messy, but let's just get into the stock market here. So this is the S&P 500. These were the last 2 days, just really, we haven't seen that aggressive of 2 days since March of 2020. So today we actually opened up here. The futures were quite red, and we actually sold all the way down to here, and then we bought all the way back up to this level right here, and then finished the day just below where we closed yesterday. So we are kind of all over the place, but we've respected this zone now. So now this zone's going to actually be a support level. If we do end up breaking through, it'll be quite the resistance, but right now it is still a support. Obviously, the first level of resistance on the way back up will be around this 3,900 to 3,985 level. That's where I'd expect some selling to come in first, and then if we make it through there, maybe we come back up to the trend line or this zone, or maybe by that time we're like right here in both. And unless the Fed has pivoted or there's been a huge change in the economy at that point, which I'm not expecting, then I would expect it to continue to sell off. Really interesting that we broke below this for one day and came back. I know the 200 weekly was right here, but yeah, it's interesting we haven't broken through there yet. I definitely think it's still possible, but obviously that would be in the future. So Bitcoin's at a critical level actually here. So finally we're starting to get something interesting on Bitcoin. It is still in the same range it's been in for the past 4 months, but we're approaching this huge trend line that's been around since like November of 2020 or some crazy November of 2021 actually. That would be even more crazy, but yeah. So that trend line's been around for almost a year, and we're approaching it now. Possibly this could become correlated with the market. Like, let's say we end up selling off in a couple days, in like the next 2 or 3 days, then we could hit this trend line, or maybe even like break through it a little bit and then hit this zone and then sell off. And I would expect that to be quite devastating. I would expect it to maybe break through this level, because I don't see how we hit this trend line, don't break through, and then like hold support here and then break. I don't know. I don't really see that happening. If we bounce off and sell off this trend line, I think it puts too much pressure on this level, and that would send us all the way back down to like 12 or 9,000 on Bitcoin. If we get above this trend line and break through, and that's correlated with a big market move, then maybe, at least for the time being, we're safe up here somewhere, between like 21,000 and 25,000, and then maybe we establish a range, or maybe we go higher, or I'm not sure. But I think if we sell off this trend line, that's not a good sign for Bitcoin at all. Obviously, it would present really good prices to get in, but for the actual price itself, that wouldn't be good. But other than that, that's really all I had today. The market was pretty volatile. We're still looking bullish for the next couple of days, I would say, based off this price action, until we break into this zone once again. As long as we're in front of 3703-ish, I think we're good. But I do appreciate you watching or listening to this episode today. If you enjoy this content, again, please subscribe on YouTube, help support the channel, and follow us wherever you listen to podcasts. But until next time, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.